Yo, what is up fellow YouTubians? This is Mr. Legacy back at you once again with another Minecraft video, and today I'm doing a review on the new Candy texture pack which was released today. It was released one day early. For any of y'all who tuned into all my other news videos, we were meant to get the Candy texture pack tomorrow, which is April 18th, but 4J Studios, sneaky as they are, they released it one day early, which was a good thing. Now overall guys, I'm kind of iffy about this texture pack. I'm not really sure if I like it or I hate it. I'm somewhere in the middle. It wouldn't be my favorite one, but I mean 4J Studios were going for a very playful team when they were designing this, and I think it was geared towards more of a young audience, you know, kind of the younger users or younger viewers, all that kind of stuff of Minecraft. But overall, I mean, they did a pretty good job in it, and as usual, I'm going to do a review on different blocks here that I've set up that I think have significantly changed since they redesigned it. So before I get into this guys, I just want to remind you all to make sure to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Specifically, make sure to like and comment. Every like promotes my video and gets it out there. Every comment lets me interact with you all down in the comment section below. Guys, you know what? Comment if you're just saying hi, if you're asking me how my day is, if you're telling me an interesting fact about yourself. I love interacting with you all down in the comment section below. It's my favorite thing to do. So as I said guys, even though I'm kind of iffy about this texture pack, it is worthwhile getting. You know, it's nice to have a different variety of texture packs for playing with your friends, or if you're doing some kind of an adventure map. This texture pack specifically, I could see being implemented into adventure maps, such as maybe a Willy Wonka themed one, or something to do with fairy tales, or Hansel and Gretel, or anything like that. You know, some kind of a cool fairy tale map like so. I'm going to get into reviewing these different blocks. So first of all, we have our ores. We have our redstone, iron, lapis, gold, coal, diamond, and emerald. As you can see, they all pretty much look the same. They look like a lollipop, or in this case for the iron, it actually looks like a cookie. It's the only one that kind of stands out. The iron and the emerald are the only two that really stand out. The emerald looks absolutely amazing, the green in it. But yeah, the iron is the only one out of all the ores that kind of stands out. It looks like a cookie or something. But overall, they did a nice job in it, and it does look pretty nice. I'm not really too sure about the background in the ore, this brown stuff, but overall they do look pretty decent. So over here then we have our mycelium and we have our grass, and they're pretty much the same. They look like cakes. This one, of course, mycelium looks like it has more kind of icing oozing off it, and the grass one then looks like a more neatly perfected kind of cake that they're after making. Then we have the quartz. Now guys, I'm not sure if 4J Studios was going with the quartz or the glowstone. I'll talk about the glowstone in a minute, but first of all, the quartz looks like, I love the quartz in default Minecraft in the vanilla texture pack. It's absolutely amazing, you know. It's an amazing building material for using, but I would not be using quartz for building in this texture pack. It just looks hideous. It looks like a face off a snowman or something. I'm not really too sure what they were going for it, but I'm just, you know, I'm not fond of it at all. Same with the glowstone. I love using glowstone, implementing it into my worlds and stuff, but I would not be using glowstone here. It literally looks like someone cracked an egg on top of the block. They actually look like eggs. The first thing I said when I saw this is, oh my god, why do we have egg blocks? It looks so weird, and I'm not a fan of it at all. So next we have the spruce, birch, and jungle wood planks. And they haven't really changed, a little bit more glossy, but there isn't really any significant change there. Next we have the oak and the spruce wood, and these are from the trunks of the tree, obviously, and in the middle we have like a chocolate swirl center, and it looks so good. It looks so good, guys. It looks absolutely, you know, edible or whatever. And when I saw some of the blocks in this first, I was like, you know, I'm starving now, I really want to get some food. So they did a good job on that. Next we have the bricks. Now the bricks and the quartz stairs and the brick stairs are my favorite out of everything. They look like jelly beans. They're really kind of, you know, Hansel and Gretel kind of themed storybook, you know, all that kind of stuff. So that looks class. And next we have the grey wool. Now all the wool looks pretty much the same, guys. I'm going to show you here. As you can see, we have the lime, the yellow, lime, and light blue and all that. They all pretty much look the same. It's like jelly beans or something in the middle. Then we just have our grass plane, which is like a bush that you would put around, you know, you put around your house or something. Now this is my favorite redesign thing, guys. This is the ladders. Even though you might think they're vines, but they're actually ladders, and they look so cool. They do look edible. And then we have the sand block behind it, but they haven't really done much with the sand. The sand pretty much looks the same. And next we just have the end stone. The end stone just looks like a chocolate cube or something like that. But I love what they did with the water. The new redesigned texture on the water is really nice. It's one of my favorite redesigns of water they've done so far. So next we're going to move over over to these ones. So we have our jack-o'-lantern, and jack-o'-lantern is, you know, really playful. It looks really, really cool, and it looks like it has caramel or something kind of, you know, spewing out of its face or whatever. It's really cool when it's lit at night. It gives off a better glow than in default Minecraft for some reason. I don't know if that's some kind of a bug or something, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. Then we have our TNT. Not much of a change there. We have our sticky piston, which is meant to look like a cupcake. As you can see, if you look at it from the side, it's meant to look like a cupcake. And we have our little sticky middle then, where, you know, you have a sweet or whatever in it. And the note block then, and our dispenser, you know, not a huge change on them. They've just kind of changed the colors. This is one of my favorite as well, guys. It's the redstone lamp. Now, it might not look like much when it's turned off, but when it's turned on, it looks amazing. It looks like a jammy dodger. I'm not sure if my American viewers will get that reference, because I don't know if Jammy Dodgers in America or whatever, but it kind of looks like the Jammy Dodgers that you get here with here in Ireland or over in England, with the little heart middle in them, and it looks absolutely amazing. Then we just have our regular pumpkin, which is pretty much the same as our jack-o'-lantern, except it doesn't have the coloured face, obviously. So next we have our iron door, guys, and this reminds me of something like, if anyone has ever watched the TV show Once Upon a Time, which is kind of storybook based or whatever, it looks like something from, you know, that, or from Hansel and Gretel, if anyone's ever read that book as a child, or, you know, anything like that. It's really kind of playful and looks like the gingerbread house from Hansel and Gretel. Next we have one of our redesigned posters or signs, I suppose, and I don't know, I think it's meant to be a jug or something. I'm not really too sure. Then we have our flowers. These are redesigned red and yellow flowers. They look like lollipops, of course. And we have our torch. I'm not really sure what they were going for with this, but I don't know. I have no opinions really on this, and I don't even know what it's meant to look like. And then we have our iron door, of course, which for some reason just looks like a wooden door. Maybe they were going for a chocolate door type of theme on it, but it looks more like a wooden door. So I have some stuff built over here, guys. I'll show it to you all at the end of this video, just to show you what builds look like with this new texture pack implemented into it. And I'm just going to fish up the rest of the stuff here. I don't really have much. So we have our minecart and our different mine rails. The mine rails look like sweets again, and the minecart, I'm not really too sure what they were going for in it. Then we have our iron fences, which are candy canes. It looks absolutely amazing, the iron fences. It looks so cool. This looks like, this is the bed, and the bed for some reason reminds me of the Wonka bars you're able to get. I'm not sure if American viewers, again, can get Wonka bars or have ever seen Wonka bars, but in Ireland and I think in England, you're able to purchase Wonka bars, and it kind of, you know, looks like the Wonka bars. Next, we have our basin for our water. Not really much of a change there either. I think they went for kind of a gingerbread theme on this. Then we have our jukebox, which looks pretty much like our note block over. Not much of a change. This is our ender. I think this is our chest, or is it our ender chest? I'm not entirely sure. I think this is just a regular chest, because I don't think I had an ender chest. Ender chests weren't out yet. Ender chests weren't out then, so I'm just going to put down ender chest and show you. The ender chest does look pretty cool. I have to say, this is my first time looking at it. It looks like a kind of a chocolate cake with jam in the middle. Then we have our crafting bench and our cooker. Not really much of a change in them either. And the same with the enchantment table and the potion stand. Not really much of a change with any of them either. Now we have here, and as I said, I'm actually just going to, you know, sleep in bed so that it'll go back to day again. And as I said, I will show you some of my builds over that I did, you know, ages ago, and what they look like with the actual texture pack implemented onto them. So here we have our, I'll just go into stuff that I have in the outside first, because I have some stuff in the chest. So I have our chest, and it looks like, you know, a gingerbread chest. And then we have our quartz brick stairs, which I said they look amazing. They look kind of like the brick stairs over, and then we have the brick stairs which looks pretty much like the quartz one. And then we have our regular brick one here, or this is our nether, I should say. And then we have our regular brick one here, which, you know, again, I'm not too mad on. So this is some of our redesigned stuff in here. So these are our dyes, and they're meant to represent like sodas or something like that. Then we have our coal, which looks like licorice, and then we have gold nuggets, which kind of looks like a cookie. And we've diamonds, which looks like a macaroon, and we've gunpowder then, which I think it was meant to be a jelly bean, and a glowstone then. As you can see, guys, it looks like a fried egg or something, as I said, and I don't know what they were going for when they were redesigning this. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, on that. And let's just see. Not really huge changes on the armor, except for the chainmail armor, and again, I'm not really, you know, I'm not really liking this chainmail armor too much, but I mean overall it does look fine. The diamond one looks amazing and the leather one looks like chocolate, so you know, it looks absolutely amazing. And finally we have this chest, guys, which is some of the redesigned tools. Not much of a redesign on the tools. The bow looks kind of different, I suppose, and the flint and steel looks like a firework. But these are the coolest bit of it all, guys. The music discs look like they're donuts. I thought that was amazing how they did it. I wouldn't have even thought of that myself when they were, you know, redesigning it. And then we have our splash potions here, which are meant to look like soda bottles once again. And then we have our buckets of water, and they look very strange once again. I'm actually going to take one out and see what they look like. I don't know, they look very, very weird. It's like they're a flask or something. I'm not entirely sure what they were going for there. So yeah, that's really it, guys. This is pretty much the you know, my review. As I said, I usually do a review whenever we get a new texture pack, and I love, you know, keeping you all up to date with it. And as you can see, this is pretty much what your world is going to look like. It looks very colorful, very playful. It does look pretty good, I must say, if you're doing some kind of an adventure map themed on this. And as you can see here, I'm going to, I don't even know what that is, but I'm going to go over here to my medieval village, and this does look like something out of Hansel and Gretel. If, again, you're familiar with that, it does look like a gingerbread house or something. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. As usual, make sure to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe, as I said. And you know, I'll have some new stuff out tonight, maybe some seed showcases. I'll have a lot of redstone stuff at the weekend. So till next time, guys, this has been Mr. Legacy, and I'll see y'all on the dark side.